Okay, today on Cabal Cast, we are back in Command & Conquer 3 Kane strat doing a 1 versus 1 video commentary. Back from my holidays. How was everybody's Christmas? My Christmas was awesome. I went to at a resort, went snowboarding quite a bit. Just came back a couple days ago. I've been unloading a bunch of stuff from my car, so that's why I haven't had a VOD for a couple days. And just recently woke up this morning and I felt like I needed to do a VOD. So this one here, it's on the popular replays tab. It features two players, JonyCalcinha2 playing as random and IamDimitery playing as not on Classic Tournament Rift. And we have Master Leaf, Polyascus, and that's Optic. That's probably not the real Optic. Okay, here we go. So on the right side here, we see JonyCalcinha. He's playing as the Red Scrin faction, and jump over on the left side here, we see IamDimitery. He's playing as the blue nod. I think this is not vanilla. Yep, not vanilla for Dimitri. And what do you have, JonyCalcinha? You have Travrar, 59, Travrar. He's going to go for an engineer. He probably going to go for 3 engineers. Is that what he's going to do? Yep, he's going to go for some fast legs, and I'm not sure if Dimitri can figure this out. Well, he's not going to be able to scout it because he has slow scouts. But yeah, JonyCalcinha is going to go for some 3 engineers, and he's going to go for fast tuners too. For many people who don't know this, JonyCalcinha was a very, very good player back in the day. He used to love playing 1v1, 2v2. I haven't seen him around for a couple of months, and then he recently came back just recently. He's going to go for, yeah, he's a really good player. He's from Brazil, believe it or not, so a Brazilian player. The only one that I know of who plays Kane's Wrath. And Dimitri's from Australia. Australia, right? Australia, mate. Anyway, so it looks like we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 disintegrator squads coming off from JonyCalcinha, and 2 simulators as well. So he's going to be, by the way, this is random versus random, so nobody knows who they're playing. So JonyCalcinha is going to be capturing these tip spikes without any troubles whatsoever, and his disintegrator squads are going to be coming down. I'm just going to get rid of this little glitch right here, so you can see the bottom half of the map. So yeah, JonyCalcinha is going to capture the tip spikes, no question about that. And Dimitri is going to be powering down his war factory. Not sure why. That's going to delay his. Oh no, he did get his refinery or harvester out a little faster. I guess maybe he wanted to power down for some strange reason. I don't know. But the reason, yeah, so JonyCalcinha is still waiting for disintegrator squads. He's a little bit behind in his getting his infrastructure back up. But the disintegrator squads are coming off from the right side here, from the right side to the left side here, and he's going to be sneaking into the base here. So Dimitri is going to be completely blind. I'm not sure if he knows. Oh, he lost his Bludger squad scout, or lost his militant squad scouts. This is very scary. If he doesn't get his, if he doesn't pay attention, he's going to lose MCV. I used to do this quite a lot, but I'll tell that inside. Oh, he does manage to see it. Okay, good. So I'll tell you about the story a little bit later. So these disintegrator squads, it did take a couple shots at that construction yard, but didn't do a whole lot of damage. And wanted to destroy one power plant, power down the refinery to get the shredder turns. So that's going to be very nice here. Power micro. And coming in from the top half of the map here, the shredder turns to be placed out now. So these disintegrator squads did pretty much nothing, and a single secret tank now coming up from JonyCalcinha is going to push all those disintegrator squads away. So this is what I used to do. I used to just hang out my disintegrator squads down at the map here, and then when I did see his construction yard, or the opponent's construction yard coming down, he usually comes down like right beside the cliff here, so when you go attack it, he can't deploy, and it'll be too late for him to deploy and then destroy the MCV. I used to do that quite a lot against Raider Owns, aka IPonu, which is pretty good. The disintegrator squads and the secret tank are going to be just attacking the tip spike here from Dimitri. Not going to do a whole lot of damage though. That single Raider buggy now is going to be taking a little bit of damage from that secret tank. So now the Dimitri has successfully scouted JonyCalcinha. He can safely say that he's not going to go for anything too aggressive after this massive push. But that didn't do anything. And with tier 2 structure now coming up from Dimitri, so it looks like he wants to power up those power plants. That's going to be very good. He does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power plants. Whoa, 7 harvesters now. Or is that 6 harvesters? No, that's 7 harvesters. So it looks like Dimitri's going to go heavy on the harvesters now. Could send them to the blue tip, but JonyCalcinha has got the blue tip first, so that's going to be very, very, very good for him. Especially since when he has the 3 tip spikes under his control. So JonyCalcinha is going to be coming in with the credits now, and a flame tank coming out from Dimitri. That's going to be very nice. Gets caught a little bit from that harvester docking, but he finally manages to go through. So Dimitri is going to be a little bit behind for the economy race, but at least he's going to go for some fast flame tanks, and this may cause JonyCalcinha to go a little bit heavy on defenses, but he's going to fast tech to Mechapades, and Mechapades is very, very powerful, especially on a good map like this. And that a secret tank does see that flame tank, so that flame tank is going to be destroyed, no question about that. But the second flame tank is going to go right down the guts, and I'm not sure if JonyCalcinha is going to see this He does put his tech lab there. If that flame tank did manage to make through and he could go down half the map, Dimitri then could have taken out the tier 2 and tier 3. But now he's going to be transferring his harvesters down to the green expansion field, and that's going to be good for him. Smallest contingent of the secret tanks and a gunwalker coming from the center of the map. Looks like they want to do a little bit of scouting just to make sure what they can't see. Dimitri needs to get his get some more forces on the map, because these flame tanks, it's good to build 1 or 2 of them, but at the other hand, he needs some more units on the map to defend against what JonyCalcinha is going to come through. So I think he did scout Dimitri's second flame tank, and that's going to be going down to the bottom half of the map, although there's no bases, there's no structures here to destroy. So this could definitely be another wasted flame tank, although that Dimitri is going to send another flame tank to the north there. But we do see some mechapades, and I don't think Dimitri has anything to defend this. He only has a handful of scorpion tanks, that's about it. He does have dozer blades, so that's going to be a little bit helpful. And a fourth flame tank gets taken out. Well, that's the third flame tank now, but the fourth flame tank is coming in from the top half of the map, and I think, oh my god, the Prodigy is going to capture it. Oh, it's going to mind control it. What? Are you serious? Did that Prodigy just sneak past the flame tank? Oh, the flame tank doesn't need to. The flame tank doesn't need to take out that Prodigy. Well, maybe it does, but on the other hand, it doesn't. Why? He could have taken out all those infrastructure. Oh, Dimitri, I don't know what you're gonna do with this, but you have a Prodigy coming. You have four mechapades coming towards your base, along with a handful of secret tanks and a gunwalker. And all you have to defend is just scorpion tanks, unless he has tier 3 ready. He has tier 3 ready, so that's gonna be pretty good. Obelisk of Light comes in now and one shot destroys it, and he does take out the war factory, so that means that no more scorpion tanks for the moment for Dimitri. And he did take out a couple. I think he did take out just 2 of the mechapades. So yeah, now that flame tank, that flame tank's gonna be attacking the extractor now, so somehow that flame tank has been left alone. Apparently those cultists never capture that. Now that flame tank's gonna be doing a little bit of damage. You should focus on the tier 2 and tier 3, because that's what JonyCalcinha is, he's really in, but he needs. Takes out the power, so that's gonna be pretty good, but I don't think, so taking out that refinery and war factories will be very, very helpful. But now the tier 2 and tier 3 is going to be under attack, and JonyCalcinha has absolutely no forces to defend this. His cultists were at the bottom half of the map, so then they couldn't take out that flame tank. They could kept that flame tank, but the flame tank goes heroic, and that tier 2, tier 3 goes down, and all that's left to the station shield. And oh, the captures it just in the nick of time. Meanwhile, Dimitri's been defending this whole time at the bottom half of this map, and now those mechapades are going to retreat back to base. JonyCalcinha has been gathering up some blue tiberium this entire time. But now that flame tank's under the control of JonyCalcinha, but a couple of Venoms now are going to be coming in, and they are going to take all these cultist squads, which means that flame tank is going to be back under the control of Dimitri just right now. And now he has a heroic flame tank, but he's got to watch out that those cultists or Prodigy doesn't re-mind control that. So now the flame tank's going to be coming back now, and it's going to be. Much rather he go backwards and just save it for later. But he's going to go attack a couple of secret tanks, and now this flame tank is going to be asking for death, I think. And now that single gunwalker is going to be pumping out some gunwalkers. So now that flame tank is going to be destroyed. I like how they show that flame tank with the screen level of veterancy, which is pretty cool. The Redeemer's out now from Dimitri, and it's stealth, it's cloaked, so that's good. It's a cloaked Redeemer. And now we see that Dimitri has to expand in a bit for some more tiberium. This good force here from JonyCalcinha is going to be coming down the center of their map, and they are going to attack the timber spike with a handful of those scorpos. And now the Redeemer is going to be going up north. A single avatar now built from Dimitri, 2 avatars now. Looks like he wants to go for that middle field now, which is going to be a great idea. The Scorpos and the Venom are going to be caught between a rock and a hard place if they don't get out of there pretty soon. Those harvesters are going to be under attack now, because those the tiberium is getting pretty low, and Dimitri's going to be wanting more tiberium very soon. JonyCalcinha this entire time has been focusing on getting his buildings back up in order. He's got his tier 2 back out. He needs his tier 3 very soon, because he's definitely going to need a hexapod, because a hexapod will do wonders against Nod, especially since when they have a mastermind or a prodigy inside them. Laser Scorp's down for Dimitri, and now these mechapades are going to be less and less reliable now that Dimitri has lasers. And Dimitri's not focusing on the head, so it looks like those mechapades are going to destroy that battalion of Scorpos. And now, yep, he's going to be coming back now, and he's going to just take out the rest of the Scorpos. That single avatar is going to defend now in 1 Obelisk of Light. A lot more avatars going to be built now by Dimitri. which is a good idea. Now that single Redeemer, cloaked Redeemer is going to coming in now, and we do see a warp chasm. So a warp chasm being built now. If Dimitri can throw down his rage, he can make the forces of JonyCalcinha attack that warp sphere, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Or maybe not. Oh, that's a single force now, and a storm column in place now. But now since Dimitri has left his Redeemer all alone, he's going to put out, and more mecha pace now are coming in from JonyCalcinha. So JonyCalcinha is going to take out this Redeemer, no question about that. He probably should have brought Dimitri probably should have brought some avatars to help defend this, but I guess he wanted to send that alone. Okay, but we have a lot of avatars now. And those avatars are going to take out that harvester. Nice army here from JonyCalcinha. And a hexapod's coming out now, so that's good. 2 avatars going to be focusing on the heads of that mechapade. Dimitri is expanded up here to the north, and soon JonyCalcinha is going to have to expand, but he still has quite a bit of Tiberium left here. Plus he still has his his main here. Plus he still has that stasis chamber. I'm not sure if Dimitri doesn't realize that it's there. He could send maybe another flame tank or those venoms to destroy that stasis shield, because the stasis shield, without it, the JonyCalcinha can't build a mastermind. But it looks like, oh no, it's just a single shock trooper squad. There's 2 shock troopers in that hexapod already, so that's gonna be very good. Plus he's still rocking 3 spikes, so JonyCalcinha is getting a lot of economy this entire game. Another Redeemer is out by Dimitri, and looks like he wants to go capture those 2 tip spikes down below, and he does know that there's no buzzer squads on those buildings. So that's going to be very good. So JonyCalcinha is going to be expanding to the north half of the map here, and he does see that there's a lot of base defenses with avatars, and he doesn't have enough corruptors to help get this Red Hexapod to full health. Those mechapades are just going to be ruthless once they get into the base here. And now the Venoms are going to be coming in. They're doing a little bit of damage to those mechapades, but the discs are going to be coming in. The Cinder squads are going to be attacking the avatars, and they don't have any base defenses here. That base defense has been sold off, and those avatars are taking out the Disintegrator squads with one shot of those lasers. But now, since JonyCalcinha is going to be placing his drone platform out now, he's going to be building up base defenses, and it's going to be a lot more harder for Dimitri to defend this. But he has his Redeemer, so he's going to be a little bit more bearable. Lightning Spike takes out one of the engineers. But I think Dimitri, he needs Spectres, and JonyCalcinha needs Devastator warships. So Rage Generator goes off. That Red Hexapod doesn't get teleported just yet, but we see a couple of Scorpion tanks made into the back of the base here. They're almost going to take out that Harvester, but not before those cultists capture those Scorpos. Back and forth brawl here. We see a storm column placed down now, so Dimitri, he's harvesting a lot of Tiberium here, so that's going to be very good. But a single Obelisk of Light is going to be focusing on that Red Hexapod. More so would be to focus on the storm column, because then the repairs would be a lot slower. But now cultists are going to be coming out now by JonyCalcinha, and base defenses are also going to be in the cards now. So those cultists are going to be an absolute menace for Dimitri, and he's going to be placing up his Redeemer by putting a couple of repair pods on it. Now these harvesters are going to be under attack, and now it's just going to be a base war scenario. Both players are going to be trading what they can find. It's Warp Sphere and Portal. Now I'm going to place down more cultists are going to be coming in now, and they're going to be taking control of more avatars, more headaches for Dimitri, and selling some base defenses now just to destroy those cultists. Those mechapades are going to be force firing on the ground so they don't get damaged by the rage. Dimitri placed his war factory a little bit further than he wanted to, and Spectre artillery is going to be coming out now, and those can be very huge. But here comes JonyCalcinha with his massive force, going to be coming in and attacking Dimitri. And Dimitri is going to he has to defend this, but he's losing avatars, those cultists, and his Redeemer is almost completely dead by those Hellwrecker hexapods, and those corruptors are all going to be repairing up that hexapod. And finally, an extractor is going to be placed down now by JonyCalcinha, and nothing's happening over there, so we'll stick here. So now Dimitri's going to have to force to vacate this base, because I don't think he can defend this. He does have Spectre artillery. He has 4 of them, and temporal wormholes coming in now. Single obelisk placement popped up. Now just focusing on that Hellwrecker hexapod. Or attacking the cultists, one of the two. Or not the cultists, the corruptors. And a building block placement of those base defenses are all going to be pretty good. And now those that hexapod actually take a nice damage there by the Spectre artillery. And now more building block placements are going to be coming in, but the fact is he doesn't have behemoths. The only thing he can shoot over those buildings is his Spectre artillery. And more base defenses now are coming in, and I think Rage Generator goes off. Not going to finish off that Harvester, unfortunately, but does power down those Storm Columns. By the way, if you didn't know this, if a base defense building is under Rage, you just have to power down your buildings, and then then it'll stop attacking everything else, which is a good thing to know. So both players are sharing 2 tip spikes each. What's happening up there? Stealth tanks, but he has to watch out that those cultists don't mind control that. So yeah, stealth tanks are coming in now from Dimitri, and oh no, he revealed himself. Those cultists can't take out that stealth tank. Oh, he mind controls the stealth tank. That's unfortunate. Dimitri has lost his edge here, and it looks as though that that hexapod's been destroyed. Those Spectre Artillery were focused down, so Dimitri did a very good job there by focusing down the hexapod. But now he's gonna make sure that his Spectre Artillery doesn't get taken out by these mechapades. And now the Redeemer is just gonna be a meat shield, destroying all these tier 1 armies. And that stealth tank, that captured stealth tank's coming in now. Rage is also gonna be coming in, and this force here by JonyCalcinha is going to be diminished. Bikes are going to be coming on now, and a bikes is a great idea as well. Those Spectre Artillery isn't coming in, but they do destroy his own base defenses, which is not very good. That Redeemer's completely destroyed, but nice shot there by those Spectre Artillery. Takes out that screen army and takes out the stealth tank too. So now JonyCalcinha is the one that's on the edge here, but he does manage to sneak a couple of Medicapades to the back of the base of Dimitri and focusing on a couple of power plants, but there is a single avatar here. And the Venoms are going to be coming in to focus on the heads. Venoms don't do good damage to those Mechapade heads. But this will be pretty close to see who's going to come out on top. And I think that, oh, nice. Heroic Venom. No, is that Elite Venom or Heroic Venom? Just Elite Venom. By those Mechapades now, they don't have any discs. And they're just forced to go back to base now. Now JonyCalcinha is forced to go into some Shock Trooper production. He does have, well, the Blink comes with the Shock Troopers, but he does have Fast Legs and Plasma Discs. So that's going to be very powerful against the Redeemer, and not very powerful against those Shredder turrets. Now, but those Venoms, they do have the lasers. They're not as powerful as the Supercharged Particle Beams that Market Kane has. But that's all. Flight Force has been absolutely massacred. Dimitri is doing very, very good in his defense against JonyCalcinha. JonyCalcinha, I think he's running low on Tiberium. He's long distance mining. He's trying to mine this Tiberium field here, but he can't do that when there's Spectre Artillery destroying his base. And JonyCalcinha, I think he's not still really on cash. I know that he doesn't look like, but he's going into some cultists and Shock Trooper production. But at the same time, this is going to be making so that the Redeemer is going to get some massive repairs, and those Venoms are also going to get some repairs. And isn't building any more Venoms? He sold off a good chunk of his base here, so there's not a whole lot of Venoms left. And it looks like Dimitri's going to move his MCB a little bit closer to the Tiberian field, which is a good idea. Those cultists are coming in now, and those Venoms need to attack those cultists before they need to do any damage. By those Buzzer Squads, not Buzzer Squads, but the Shock Troopers are going to take out those Venoms, which in turn help the cultists capture an Avatar Husk. But now the construction is going to be coming in, and base defenses are definitely going to be placed down now from Dimitri. He placed down another War Factory, so this base here might be in trouble for JonyCalcinha, because he does have a decent force here of infantry, but he can't really deal with that Spectre Artillery, because there's so many base defenses here that it's just making so that Dimitri is going to be basically holding off this entire assault here. Buzzer Squad coming in to take out that Black Hand Squad. Rage Generator doesn't go off. It does take out a little bit of damage. And now this drone platform is being under attack. He does place a gravity stabilizer a little bit closer to his drone platform than he would have liked. But now that drone platform is going to be under attack, and I don't think JonyCalcinha is going to bother in... yeah, that's what happens. Because if you try to lift up your drone platform when your Spectre Artillery firing on you, it's just going to be absolutely destroyed. So now that gravity stabilizer is the last production structure for JonyCalcinha, and if that goes down, that's going to be GG for him. Now the last regiment of Shock Troopers is coming in to try to take out those Spectre Artillery, but base defenses are going to be blunting that idea, and more base defenses now are coming in. Those cultists now are going to be absolutely useless. They can't mind control the Redeemer, otherwise it would be overpowered. And mind controls and gets a Black Hand Squad for their troubles. Devastator Warships now are going to be coming in, and finally that Redeemer vets up. But that Devastator Warship can do a whole lot of damage, but Dimitri can just build a single air tower and then just build like 2 or 3 Venoms and then destroy that Desert Warship. Or you can build some bikes, and bikes do a lot more damage than Venoms do, so bikes would be a lot better idea. So now, does JonyCalcinha have anything? Nope, he doesn't. He's doesn't have any production structures. So this is a win for Dimitri. And yeah, actually, you know what? That was actually a decent game at the top half of the map. Dimitri was pushed back a little bit, and then he built some Spectre artillery to help destroy what JonyCalcinha had. And in turn, JonyCalcinha couldn't build any artillery of his own with devastator warships, because if he had devastator warships, he could have taken out the MCV and the War Factory. Then Dimitri would have been in a hell of a lot more trouble. But he didn't. He went with Tier 1 Skrin Army and Tier 3 Skrin Army instead. I didn't see any tripods today, but he just met with just full-on Mechapades and Cultists along with Corruptors and a Hexapod. I guess the Hexapod was the main thing. He went for Tier 3 Skrin ground force because he wanted to use the Hexapod to full extent, but then that was destroyed, and Dimitri successfully defended it with Spectre artillery and his Redeemer. But now I think JonyCalcinha is just going to let Dimitri destroy his buildings, or he's going to sell it off, and that's going to be the end of JonyCalcinha. GG. So let's take a look at the stats, shall we? Skip all that. So unit scrapped, it was all JonyCalcinha because he had a bunch of infantry with those cultists and those shock troopers and disintegrators and whatnot. Structures, it was JonyCalcinha. Resources, it was all JonyCalcinha, surprisingly, even though that Dimitri had that top field there for a little bit. But I guess he just was on tip spikes for most of the match. Stats. So 176,101 to JonyCalcinha, and wow, 147,459 to Dimitri. So yeah, $30,000 more. I thought it was a little bit closer than that, but I guess it wasn't. Okay, so there's a game on Tournament Rift. My name's Cabal, and I'll see you guys next time.